today is World Teachers Day. So, what is the message you are giving out to the people today?
Thank you very much. The World Teachers Day is the day set aside by the United Nations to underscore the centrality, the indispensability, and the uh, mammoth contributions that teachers make in the development of humanity. Whatever anybody is, politician, medical personnel, whoever you are, whatever you are, you were trained by a teacher. And in most cases, in several parts of the world, particularly in the African continent, teachers are hardly appreciated. So the United Nations decided that that should not be the case. They got to know that the emphasis we give, the recognition we give, the appreciation we establish and present to the teachers encourages. It's a determination, it's a determinant of what the system will look like because the educational system defines the character of development in any nation. That's why the national policy on education says that no educational system can rise above the quality of its teachers. To that end, today, the world is celebrating teachers. Nigerians are celebrating teachers. And we are saying to teachers, if nobody appreciates you, we do appreciate you. If the world neglects teachers, the world is doing so to its detriment. But advanced countries who recognize the indispensability of teachers do not joke with their teachers. In countries like Finland, it is the best in society, the top 10 that are admitted into the teaching profession. I pray that Nigeria will mature to that level in which we recognize that it is only the best that can give the best. You cannot give what you do not possess. So we encourage teachers in Nigeria to brace up to the responsibility that Providence has placed on them. That responsibility is to know that the destiny of this country and elsewhere depends on what the teachers do in the classroom.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're talking about negligence of the teachers. Right now, when you look around, ASU, they are still very much on strike. But instead of the federal government attending to whatever demands they are making, they've decided to organize that union and give recognition to another body, to probably to just to make their own point to make sure that the children go back to school. Does it worry you that the children are still back home and the ASU is on strike and the federal government is not doing it?
It's painful, very painful to me. It simply suggests that we do not appreciate the importance of teachers at all levels. When we are talking about technological development of our nation, it is the teachers at the tertiary level of education that we expect to do the magic or perform the miracle. If you treat them badly, we can't achieve that which we want to achieve as a nation. So I call on the federal government. I also call on us for both to consider the interest of the children as being paramount. Federal government, do your best. ASU on your own part, do your best. And let us keep the interest of the nation at the fore of all considerations. That's what I would say. If we want to be as great as China, as our United States, as Britain, as European countries, then let us treat our lecturers, our teachers, the way these other countries treat their own teachers. There are countries where the best people The top 10% go to the teaching profession, as I said, in Finland, as an example. But in Nigeria, it is the dregs, if I use that word, however derogatory it sounds, I apologize. But that's the reality of the situation. When we begin to accord prominence to the teacher, then we are beginning to lay the foundation for the growth and development of our nation. No nation develops without paying serious attention to the intellectual and the welfare dimensions of the teacher's development. So I call on our governments, let them recognize our teachers, let them pay them their dues. In some states, they are owed for many, many months. In some states and in many universities, it is those who fail to be admitted in the disciplines of their first and second choices that are admitted into the teaching profession. How can you use the worst in your scale of preference and you intend to achieve the best? It doesn't go that way. You can't offer what you do not possess. So we pray that our country, Nigeria, will wake up to the reality that without the teachers, as a nation, we are going nowhere. And the moment we begin to recognize the teachers, that's the beginning of wisdom for our people. Thank you very much.
Prof, I wanted you to talk about Safe School Initiative. Safe School Initiative, the level of implementation. The terrorists could just drive into schools, park children. We remember Chibok, we remember Dapchi, and so many other instances. And that's another emphasis for the celebration this year.
Thank you very much. You see, nobody will go to the school system as a teacher or as a student or pupil afraid of the next minute event. No. This calls for security in our school system. If it were possible, we must implement tight security in our schools. Wherever the schools are, they must be fenced around. We must have security men armed, if possible, at the gates. We must have CCTV to monitor developments in the surroundings of our school system. And we must put other security measures in place to ensure that children go to school and they return safely to their parents. A situation in which parents are apprehensive and children are jittery and teachers are intimidated, that doesn't make for progress in the school system. So we think that security is number one priority in our school system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.